So are you Warrior fans pretty hurt right now? Are you? Are you all hurt? Are you admittingly, is it obvious to you now that there is nobody else like LeBron, never has been and probably never will be? How do you lead in rebounds, points, assists, blocks, and steals? How does one player do everything better than everybody else? I don't understand the hate that this dude gets. This is one of the reasons I get so just amped up, because it's like, it makes no sense to hate on this dude. Like, if you just sit back and watch him play, all you can do is have love for what he does out there. Unless you have some type of personal problem, really. That's what I put it up to. I think people are just jealous. You know? I feel like they look at themselves in the mirror and then look at LeBron and they're just like, it's not fair, and they just get mad. But let me get back to the game. Let me get back to what happened. LeBron and Kyrie. LeBron and Kyrie were able to outduel the three-headed monster, Clay, Steph, and Draymond. You know, I want to make sure I give a little bit of credit to Kevin Love, because he deserves a little bit of credit. He showed up. He got 14 boards. I mean, he got 9 points. He was 3 for 9 from shooting. But the 14 boards, you gotta love 14 boards no matter what. So he didn't completely disappear, and he did do a great job on Curry at the end there. I think he replaying it. I mean, it's not that hard. I don't know. I just think that people overthink. If you don't mind if he goes by you, then just like, it's not that hard to D out threes. I mean, or to stay with a 3-pointer at least. But yeah, I mean, Love didn't completely die. J.R. Smith, 5 for 13, 12 points. You know, he gave something. He was there. He shot the ball. He was 2 for 8 from 3. Not great, bad, but at least he shot. At least he did something, you know. Kyrie, 10 for 23, 26 points. 2 for 5 from 3. I mean, dude, you look at that stat line, 10 for 23, you think, that's not that good, right? 26 points. You gotta keep into context what was going on, and what was going on is that you're playing against the best team in the league, so you're not, you know, everyone's probably not gonna be able to perform at the top level, because they're all going against the best, right? So you like what Kyrie did, though. You like 10 for 23, especially when he came up with buckets like in a row. You know, he carried the Cavs for a while. He made the shot of the game hitting that 3-pointer. I mean, that's the kind of player that LeBron needs, because LeBron can do dang near everything else at an A+ level. You know, so, you know, Jordan had Scottie. LeBron has Kyrie, and I think they're learning kind of how to complement each other. I really like Kyrie and LeBron going forward. The biggest key is that, you know, Kyrie just has to stay healthy. But Kyrie balled 26 points, 10 of 23 shooting. Only had 1 assist, but who cares? He had 6 rebounds. You know, Kyrie's out there, honestly, he's not out there to create for others. He's he's getting so good at his one-on-one game and getting it back. I mean, he was here a year ago. He was probably here 2 years ago. But he kept getting hurt, and then you working back. You keep having to work back to what you were. But right now, Kyrie, his game is really good right now. And he can be just that weapon that just gets buckets, you know. That's what they need is just someone that can get buckets, you know, because they have a good defense. They have LeBron, a force of nature, that draws so much attention that like it's hard to get buckets when you're LeBron, especially when your shots broke half the time like LeBron's is. So a guy like Kyrie who can just fill it up, that's a perfect compliment to LeBron. Because LeBron's going to just continue, like, LeBron will put up the quietest 30 points you ever saw. He'll put up the quietest triple-double you ever saw. All of a sudden you look at the stat line, and all of a sudden you see LeBron's got, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, 29 points? But it looked like he was off. It's because dude's just a beast. He can score so easily, in ways that other people can't even score. And then, the hard shots will make some of them. Or actually the easy shots will make some of them, I guess. But I just, I expect him to work harder this off, to work more in the offseason or put more attention to his shot. Because, he should have a nice 15-foot jumper. A nice 12-foot jumper. Because he can get within 12 feet easily whenever he wants. He should even, he's getting to the hole. So my whole thing was, LeBron, just pull up 5 feet away, 6 feet away. Don't go all the way in where they can triple team you. You just stay 5, 6 feet away. He needs to come up with a good 6-foot throw move or push move where he's just money around the hoop because he can get those shots whenever he wants. So if somehow LeBron does see this, please just I know your IQ is beyond mine, but just if you work on just shooting, especially just a little 6-foot shot around the hoop and start pulling out from 6 instead of trying to go all the way to the rim, it might make things easier. So let's go to LeBron. LeBron 9 for 24, 27 points, 8 for 10 from free throws, 11 assists, 11 rebounds. Oh gosh, I'm a yawner. Sorry. 11 assists, 11 rebounds. 27 points. That's just a walk in the park for LeBron. Baller game for anyone else. Walk in the park for LeBron. 27, 11, 11. Ends the finals with triple-double. One of 3 players to do that. He's the only player ever to lead a playoff series in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. He's the only person to ever do that in any playoff series ever. And he did it in the finals against a 73-win team. So against the best regular season team ever, this guy basically outplays everybody in every single thing on the court. That's just what I'm talking about, okay? People, he didn't make this shot here. He didn't make this shot there. He didn't do what Jordan does. He's not Michael Jordan. He's LeBron. They're different players. They're not going to do the same things. But no one can do what LeBron can do. Get that straight. That's all I'm saying. Nobody can do what LeBron can do. Just like no one can do what Steph can do with his three-pointing. And no one can do what Jordan does. But we have to respect that, LeBron can do more things than anybody ever at a high level. And it's not close. It's not close. That chase down block he had, that was filthy. And he's the only one in probably NBA history that could do that. Do you realize he's the only one in NBA history that could have made that play? That's a layup. But instead, a race, 2 points gone, I'm Superman and I'm going to get to that ball. I'm going to get to that shot. I'm not saying he's the only guy that can block a shot from behind, but in the positions they were both in, him being far behind on the other side of the court, he's the only one in history that's going to get to that ball. And that's him, and he's lost a little bit of a step since he was a rookie, you know? I mean, he was probably at his physical prime, like, in his last 2 years at Cleveland. That was probably, like, his physical prime as far as speed and athletic and jump and hops, which was, like, 25, 26. So, you know, that was 5 years ago, and he's still the freakiest guy in the league. Yes, Russell Westbrook might be faster now, but considering LeBron is 6'8", 260, and Russell's 6'2", 6'3", maybe at the most 210, 200, 190, it's just not even, it doesn't keep them in the same stratosphere as far as complete total athletic ability goes to. When you put in LeBron's speed, when you put in the speed, the power, and the size, you know, they're basically the same athlete, but one guy is 6 inches taller and is 75 pounds heavier. So, I mean, that makes it a much crazier athlete to be moving like that and be that big. I was watching something today that showed LeBron on his, when he chased that guy down. I saw it on, you know, the TV. I think it was, I don't know, ESPN? Yeah. Saw it on there where they showed that LeBron was running faster than Jamal Charles was. Like when they had Jamal Charles sprint in his first 60, and then LeBron on his first 60 was faster. LeBron wasn't even sprinting though. LeBron was just trotting. You know how he does? He just kind of jogs. He doesn't like push himself full sprint. So, you know, LeBron is just a beast. And there's just never been anyone like him. And people just need to stop hating. They need to stop being jealous of him and stop, you know, getting mad that he's better than their favorite player. It is what it is, man. He is. You guys need to just come to grips with that and stop hating. The dude can do stuff that nobody can do. He can do the impossible. That chase down was impossible. Leading everybody in every stat is dumb. It doesn't make any sense, but he did it, didn't he? Because he's a beast, and then he won. To me, like, honestly, for me, he was already where he was. He was already where he was, in my opinion, as far as ranking. I'm glad he won this so other people can rank him higher. The haters won't, though. Oh, he got bailed out. The haters still won't rank him higher, you know, but I'm glad that, you know, he's just one more thing under his belt. By the time he's done, he's going to have so many statistics. He's going to have statistics blown away so bad that when we look at the numbers and everything, his argument for being the best ever will be good. It'll be really good for being the best ever. Like, when you have statistics that are killing everything else, that's a good argument for you. And when it comes to best ever, I'm kind of getting off topic here, but we have to because, you know, this is my reaction to the game. When it comes to best ever, especially in basketball, I'm not going to be mad if someone says Michael Jordan, or if someone says Kareem, or someone says Wilt. Like, you have the option to say those because all those guys have an argument, you know. LeBron has an argument right now as the best player ever. And I'm kind of, like I said, I'm a future teller. I kind of like to tell the future. I don't like to, like, really wait for everybody else. Like, so, I mean, to me, LeBron is the best player. He's been the best player I've ever seen for a while now. But he's the best player in the league and the best player ever. He's the number one. He's the GOAT, yes. And he will go down in history as the GOAT. That's what I'm basically saying. I know saying he's the best now is kind of like, oh, well, he's going to do... To me, like, oh, if he wins 5... Let's say he wins the next 4 rings. He didn't get any better. If his game just comes out, he's got the same dominance, and he happens to win those games because his teammates play better or the other team plays worse, it'll go up in everyone else's book, right? but he was already there in my book, right? Because I don't need him to, like, he didn't get any better. He just is the same player with more accomplishments. But to tell who's actually better, you look at stats and you look at eye tests, right? You can see who's actually better. Like, if Jamal Charles is 6-7 years into his career, and he's got, his yards that he has, and all of a sudden the reincarnation of Barry Sanders comes in and runs the rock for 3 games and has back-to-back-to-back, 200-yard games, and I get to see this guy move like Barry and cut like Barry and break tackles like Barry, I can make the judgment that says, you know what, this guy's better than Jamal Charles. Even though it's only 3 games in, you can still look and see if someone's better. Like when Adrian Peterson first hit the... Adrian Peterson was someone that I said, as soon as he hits the NFL, it's the day he steps on the field, he'll be the best player in the NFL. Okay, I mean the best running back. I said that when he was in college. Like whenever he came, I was like, man, this fool's too good. Whenever he gets to the league, he's going to be the best running back in the league the very first day he steps on. And you could tell a couple games in, 5-6 games in, he was the best running back in the league. Like you didn't need to wait. You could just tell. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to LeBron, comparing him to all the other greats. And like I said, at this point, like you could say Wilt, you could say Shaq, you could say Kareem, you could say Jordan. I think you could say all those guys. And now you can say LeBron. I think all 5 of those guys, 6 of those guys, have a legit argument. Number 1, obviously, consensus is pretty much Jordan. I mean, I'm sure 85 to 90% of people say Jordan. And then I think, a small percentage say Kareem, a small percentage say Wilt. Maybe a small percentage says Shaq. An even smaller percentage probably says Shaq. And then probably an even smaller percentage says LeBron. But there are people out there that say LeBron is the GOAT. There are a lot of people that think LeBron's definitely 1B. There's a lot of people that think LeBron's number 2. Most people think he's probably 3, 4, or 5. That's what most people think. And then the haters think he's like, 8 or 9. And then if you say outside the top 10, then you're not even a human being at that point. So who cares? I don't count those even. But, it is what it is. LeBron is the man. He's not the best scorer, but he is the best player. And it's not even funny because the guy can just do everything. Everything. You talk about a guy goes up against a 73-win team. Arguably the best regular season team of all time. And he dominates that team to the point where he's number 1 in points, number 1 in rebounds, number 1 in assists, number 1 in blocks, and number 1 in steals, above everyone on his team and everyone on the opposing team. That's a baller. That's like I heard people call it, I got friends that call Steph Curry cheat code because of the way his 3 goes in, right? But what LeBron did, that's like not even cheat code. That's like game breaker. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. That shouldn't even... I don't even think that's actually possible in a game that you play. To have more points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks than everybody else. Maybe. It probably is. But, that's just dumb. So, obviously... Well, LeBron, the man. Okay, good. I got that out of the way. Let me go look at the Golden State Warriors now. Let me run through this because I know I get a little long-winded when I'm talking about LeBron making these points. Let's go right down the line real quick. Klay Thompson. He played 42 minutes. He was 6 for 17, and he had 14 points. And not going to get it done. That's not what you want from the best shooting guard in the league. Self-proclaimed anyway, shooting guard, best shooting guard in the league. Okay, Steph Curry, 6 for 19, 4 for 14 from three-point land, 17 points. Okay, so Steph was 4 for 14, Klay was 2 for 10 from three-point lane. Steph had 17 points on 19 shots. Again, trash for an MVP. you know. And I love Steph, and I love Clay. They're both ballers, but they got shut down. You know, like here's the okay. Look at this. Steph Curry, 19 points or 19 shots, only 17 points. Steph Curry, 23 shots, but he got 26 points. See, he had more points than he had shots. Curry had less points than he had shots. Now let's look at Clay. Clay, 17 shots, 14 points. Again, Clay had less points than he had shots. Now let's look at LeBron. 24 shots, 27 points. See, he had more points than he had shots. Now, as I said before, those games by LeBron and Kyrie, they're not even very good shooting games. 9 for 24, 10 for 23, right? But they both went to the free throw line. They both made their free throws. And at the end of the day, LeBron ended up with 27 points. Kyrie ended up with 26. So, now who did ball for Golden State? This guy had probably the best game, actually. He had a better game than LeBron's triple-double. This guy had 32, 9, and 15. This was Draymond Green. He was 11 for 15 from the field. He was 6 for 8 from the 3. I mean, LeBron let this guy get off in the first half. Like, LeBron, that's really, like, that was a huge difference. A huge difference. That really helped them. That really hurt the Cleveland Cavs and helped the Golden State Warriors, obviously. But LeBron has shut this guy down 2 consecutive games. Balled out on him. You know, owned him. And then this game forgot about him in the first half. And the dude hit 5 for 5 from three-point land. You know. So, they let this guy get out on him and hurt him. And then in the second half, LeBron was like, okay, you know, no more of that. And I'm not really sure what his first half and second half splits were, but I think he had like 22 points in the first half, maybe. And then, 10 in the second. So, it wasn't nearly the force he was in the first. Harrison Barnes, he had his best game. 3 for 10, 10 points. Guy just cost himself a lot of money in free agency. I know a lot of people I've talked to think the Timberwolves should take him. I'm like, no. Why do we want to pay this guy a whole bunch of money when he's not even as good as Andrew Wiggins is already? They play the same position. And then we got Levine. It's just dumb. So yeah, Harrison Barnes, crap. Andre Iguodala, 2 for 6, 4 points. Sean Livingston, 3 for 7, 8 points. Varejao, 8 minutes, 1 point. Barbosa, 4 minutes, 3 points. This guy should have got more PT, man. Barbosa was like the best player on the court for the Golden State Warriors whenever he was on it. That's bad coaching. Barbosa should have been on the court. He should have been getting like 20 minutes a game the way he was playing. So, look at Cleveland's bench. Back at Richard Jefferson, 2 points. Played tough D. Iman Shumpert, 6 points. Mo Williams got in. Deladova, Channing Frye got no PT. They got kind of taken out of the rotation. They needed scorers in there. Plain and simple, and Mo could score. And then also it was game time. LeBron played 47 minutes. This guy played 46 minutes and 49 seconds. This guy was out of the game for 1 minute and 10 seconds. LeBron dominated. The guy is a machine. Kyrie played for 43 minutes. Clay for 42. Draymond, he played for 47 minutes too. That boy, Steph played for 39. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a close game. You could not call these games. I mean, they were blowouts, and then they were close. This last one was close. You couldn't call. These games was just like whoever was going to show up. It was a mental. It had nothing to do with skills. It had to do with mentally because skill-wise they were pretty close. And then the last game, their shots were kind of off for both teams. But Cleveland just had LeBron. They had a player, that defied the laws of physics. he was able to affect the game in more ways than anybody else could, and that's what happened. When everyone's shot is off and everyone is inefficient, then it's the other things that matter. The second chance points, the rebounds, the block shots, the stops, the steals. And LeBron averaged more steals and more blocks than anybody in the finals as well. Just ridiculous. That final block, again, that block he made on Iguodala, that's a bucket. That's just a bucket erased. That's a play that nobody in history can make. You realize that, right? Nobody in history can make that play. So if you don't have LeBron right there, if you have anybody else on your team other than LeBron, that's a bucket. Anybody else on your team, it's a bucket. Maybe Michael Jordan could have got to it, but I don't know. I know LeBron can get to it, and LeBron's been getting to those like his whole career, crazier than anybody that I've seen ever. So this was exactly what I was hoping for as far as LeBron. This could not have gone better for LeBron. This was perfect ending to a season. Perfect legacy builder. And the thing is, he's just not done. I will be surprised if this is like his Jordan moment when Jordan beat the Cavs. Or maybe it's when could be when Jordan went up on one side and then down on the other. Maybe it was that one. I don't know, but this is still middle. This is middle of the ground. This is like, LeBron's still got at least 2 years of being ridiculously athletic like he is. Then he's probably got another 2 years after that of being even better. Or not even better, but 2 years after that of still being really, really good. So I'd say he's got 4 years of being like elite. I think he's got 4 years of being I still think he could be arguably the best player in the league 4 years from now. It's going to be a very interesting next season, a very interesting off season. So I'm going to be definitely spreading my knowledge. I hear a lot of things. Not even I hear a lot of things. I'm not gonna say that. I'm up on the media outlets to be on as far as like basketball news and rumors and all that. So let me do work for you guys in the off season. If you guys want to know anything, please just comment on it or ask. Otherwise, I'm gonna be putting up a lot of information and rumors and stuff that I hear and that I've read about from the sites I go to and this and that. I'm going to be all over that this off season. I love basketball off season almost as much as the regular season, So I'm going to be up on that. I'm going to be spreading out on other sports as well. I'm a big boxing fan. I haven't talked any boxing with you guys whatsoever just because the NBA season has been here. So, it's hard to talk about anything else when it's playoff time in basketball. Real hard. But I got a lot of other sports I like. You guys will see a lot of other sports I like, and I'll talk about them. But this was a great season of basketball. Me personally, it couldn't have ended any better for me. A lot of people know, LeBron is my favorite player in the league now. Second favorite player of all time. And I'm just happy for the guy because he does not get the respect or the credit he deserves. And I'm just glad that he got it. I'm just glad he got it. And I'm glad Cleveland could have won a championship. And I'm glad all those players and everything, it all worked out. Now it's time for the off season. And the off season is fun because a lot of stuff goes down. A lot of stuff happens. There's a lot of stuff in the works. And I think I'm about to make a video right now. So I will see you guys later. Great season. And we're going to be right back here during the next one. But let's start the off season now.